El Clasico now has new faces. For so long, the faces of that colossal of a fixture were two of the greatest footballers of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. But for now, it is two of the greatest strikers of their generation, Karim Benzema and Robert Lewandowski. Benzema has been at Real Madrid for close to 15 years now, and is in fact their captain now. Meanwhile, Lewandowski just joined Barcelona only last summer, but he looks like he's been in there for ages with the way he hit the ground running at the club. But the rivalry between these two football legends goes beyond just the Clasico. Like we said, they are two of the greatest strikers of their generation, so they have been competing with each other and have been compared to each other on so many occasions throughout their storied careers. Now, depending on what side of the Clasico divide you find yourself, your preferred player of the two would be rather obvious. But if we manage to put our loyalties to our favourite clubs aside for a minute, then we would be able to properly compare these two great strikers. Now, if you're the type who judges players based on the number of trophies they've won with their clubs, then your pick would be Benzema. Yes, they have both won it all at club level, but Benzema has won more. I mean, do we even need to go beyond the Champions League? Benzema has won 5, but Lewandowski has managed only 1. Now, you might think league titles is where Lewandowski trumps his rival, and you won't be wrong. But the thing is, he actually doesn't do it by so much. He has won 11 league titles with Lech Poznan, Borussia Dortmund, and Bayern Munich. But Benzema is not so far behind, having won 8 league titles with both Lyon and Real Madrid. Generally, Benzema has won 31 major trophies in his senior career, while Lewandowski has won 26. And we also have to add that Benzema is the only one of the two who has won anything with his country. Yes, he missed out on the World Cup with France in 2018, but he won the UEFA Nations League in 2021. We should also add that Lewandowski is the only one of the two that has managed to complete a European treble. He did that with Bayern in 2020, but Benzema has not been able to complete a treble with any of his clubs. But if we decide to get a little bit more personal and look at how many individual awards they have won, Lewandowski shows his superiority. Yes, Benzema has won the Ballon d'Or, which Lewandowski hasn't won. But the Polish marksman has won the Best FIFA Men's Player Award not once, but twice, in 2020 and 2021. Benzema is yet to win that very award. And then, we all know that Lewandowski very much deserved the 2020 Ballon d'Or, if only France Football did not cancel the award that year. Anyway, Lewandowski is the only one of the two strikers to have won the European Golden Shoe, and he has done that twice, in the 2020-21 season, and then in the 21-22 season. The Barcelona man has also won the Gerd Müller Award for the Ballon d'Or Striker of the Year twice. Meanwhile, Benzema hasn't won that award yet. And yet again, Lewandowski floors Benzema in the area of Golden Boots. Levy has won 8 Golden Boot awards in his career, while Benzema lags far behind with just 2. But you know what? Enough with the awards and trophies. These guys are strikers, so we should be comparing them based on the goals they have scored. At the time this video was made, Robert Lewandowski has scored a total of 605 goals in 834 appearances, while Karim Benzema has scored 435 goals in 863 appearances. It's pretty clear who leads in this area. Okay, you know what? Let's throw their assists in there too. Let's see who is the more complete player. If you throw his 139 assists in, Lewandowski has 774 direct goal contributions in 834 games, while Benzema's 207 assists take him up to 642 direct goal contributions in 863 appearances for both club and country. Lewandowski still comes out on top here. But these two stay competing with each other. Benzema is 35, while Lewandowski is 34. But they are still going and delivering week in, week out for their respective teams. As far as the Champions League is concerned, after Ronaldo and Messi, it is these two guys who run things. Lewandowski is number 3 in the all-time top scorers list with 91, and he is closely followed by Benzema, who is on 86. And bear in mind that Benzema is still in the Champions League this season, while Lewandowski is already out, so the Polish striker could be toppled this season. Speaking of this season, it's time we just focus on the current season and how well these players are doing at their respective clubs. As expected, their clubs are both first and second in the league, as it almost always is with Barcelona and Real Madrid in La Liga. The success of these two giants of Spain this season has been mostly down to the brilliance of these two guys. Are you surprised that they are both their team's top scorers? Benzema has scored 9 and provided 1 assist in 13 appearances for Madrid in all competitions this season, with all but one of those goal contributions coming in his 9 La Liga appearances, which puts him second to his opposite number, Lewandowski, in the La Liga top scorers log. Lewandowski, on the other hand, has scored 18 and provided 4 assists in 20 appearances in all competitions this season, with 13 of those goals coming in La Liga. So, not only are we being treated to an interesting title race between the two club giants in Spain this season, we also get an interesting Pichichi race between their biggest stars to go with that. We really just love to see it. You know what we also love to see? When big players step up for their clubs in the biggest games. And which of these two guys has been doing that more frequently this season? Let's see. In the Champions League this season, Lewandowski failed to score in either of the legs against his former club, Bayern Munich, but he managed to get 2 against Inter Milan, which helped Barcelona secure a point. Meanwhile, in the league, he has scored 5 goals and provided 2 assists in games against clubs that currently sit in the top 6, and that includes 1 assist in the Clasico against Real Madrid. Benzema, on the other hand, scored a goal in the UEFA Super Cup against Eintracht Frankfurt to help Madrid clinch their first trophy of the season. And while we still wait for his first Champions League goal of the season, he has managed 2 goals against the top 6 teams in La Liga this season, including 1 in the Clasico against Barcelona. We have to mention though, that injuries have largely hindered Karim Benzema this season. He has missed out on 9 games in both the League and the Champions League due to injuries. Pretty unfortunate, but it seems like he's back now, so gear up for a very interesting battle between him and Lewandowski from now until the end of the season. One very battle to look out for is the one that will be coming up on the 19th of March, when these guys face off yet again this season. Looking at the way things are going, that game will most likely be a very big one in the course of the title race, and each of these clubs will surely be looking up to their biggest players to help them come out on top. And even before then, if Barcelona and Real Madrid both do their jobs well enough in their respective Super Cup or semi-final games, we could be seeing 2 of the finest strikers of the outgoing generation face off in a final for the first time ever. And boy, would we love to see that happen. And the way these two guys are going, even though they are both in their mid-30s, we could still be treated to a few more years of this intriguing rivalry before they decide to hang their boots. They're both aging like fine wine, and none of them seems to be showing any signs of stopping at all. But we want to hear from you. Where do you pitch your tent in this divide? Do you go with the 2-time best FIFA men's player Robert Lewandowski, or Ballon d'Or winner Karim Benzema? Let us know in the comments, and please, try to put your club loyalties aside when you answer. That is, if you can.